Look, I forgot to add, man, to that last video. He led Big to the slaughter like a sleep sheep. Is you know, one more thing about Gene, man. He when he speak of Tupac, he speak with affection, right? But Tupac is the one that got Gene in front of the gun. See what I'm saying? Gene sleep just as sleep as Big. You see what I'm saying? When it come to Tupac, now he admit he don't know much about Tupac's incidences, which led to his demise. But he's speaking of he when people speak kindly of Tupac, they call him by his short. They call him Pac, right? And that's having affection. But Gene don't realize, or he won't believe that the reason Biggie name in the mix for death is because of Tupac blaming Biggie for getting him shot and robbed in Quad Studios in New York, Times Square, and then Death Row getting him out of jail, and him going to Death Row and adding and building to the lie that Biggie and Bad Boy had something to do with getting him robbed and shot in the studio. Big ain't had nothing to do with that. Jane got to realize Tupac on Death Row now, right? And so that's why so one of the main suspects of shooting Big, or have something to do with shooting Big, who they thought did it first, was a LAPD officer, a bank robber. He was in jail, and he had some ties with the Bloods, and he was Death Row security. And he may have been Nation of Islam. I don't know, right? And so Gene in front of the gun, because Tupac lying to these kind of men about Biggie and Pussy Combs. You see what I'm saying? So Gene need to wake up to that realization. That's why he in front of the gun, because Pussy Combs and Big ain't know how to. They was squash or correct Tupac. To correct Tupac, you need to tell the truth on him. See, Tupac liked to lie a lot. His thing is the art of deception. Darkness, he on some Prince Machiavelli. He changed his name from Tupac to Machiavelli. Machiavelli is like similar, I don't know, but a person that practiced darkness and deception and witchcraft and sorcery and shit, right? Yes, the dark side. So, to correct Tupac, you need to tell the truth about him. And and so they didn't do that when he blamed them for blame Biggie for getting him set up and shot. That was some misdirection. He was, I'm assuming, he had enough of the people he was dealing with and wanted Big to take that so he wouldn't have to deal with the people that really done it, right? That's hit him in the studio. And so Big, being a friend, said, okay, we'll play along. But Tupac got out of jail, went to jail on that lie. He was lying before he went to jail that Big tried to get him. Got out of jail and went all the way to California and told some serious men that was down with him that Biggie done that to him, which got Gene in front of their gun. You see what I'm saying? So Gene shouldn't be speaking on Tupac with affection. He looking at the wrong place. Now this my theory, but that's what Tupac did, because if you check the documentaries, a death row associate was initially thought to have shot Big, and so they say they shouldn't have been out there 6 months after the death, the shooting of Tupac, you see. And so so Gene still not hip to the fact that that's why he in front of the gun, you see. And so if they done that to Tupac, and you speaking affectionately about Tupac, but you riding around with some dudes that put it on him, and if a robbery occurred, then they thieves. Like the Bible say, a person friend with a thief hateth his own soul, hateth his own self. Meaning Gene could have got shot too. See what I'm saying? But Tupac had a part in Gene being behind the gun. Being behind the gun and in front of the gun. So that's what he need to be more conscious of. Him speaking affectionate to somebody that lied on somebody you bodyguard, and that they could have shot you too. So all I'm saying, you got to tell the truth on hate. You got to tell the truth on people like Pussy Combs that then built themselves up on deception, thinking it's a perception of entertainment. That's bull. They really trying to be gangsters, and that's not who they is. Gangsters don't do what they do. So that's all I'm saying, man. I'm out. Peace.